Hi y'all, Noah Church here. It's been a while since I made one of these videos, but I decided to address a question that I see from time to time and I see pretty frequently bandied about on the forums. Now there are two main phases to recovering from porn-induced erectile dysfunction. There's the reboot, which is just time away from porn and masturbation and edging and all that, which allows our sexual response system to resensitize. Gives it a break, time to heal, time to come back to its natural sensitivity. Then there's the rewire, in which we actually practice intimacy and real sex with a real partner, and that rewires our sexual arousal to these real cues, the sights and sounds and scents and emotional interplay that happens with a real partner. Now, most of us young guys who grew up with porn before having any real sexual experiences, we wired our sexuality to a computer screen. It takes some time to rewire that and get good at real sex. Practice makes perfect. And the reboot, it's like, I'm going to use a metaphor here, it's like going to the gym every day, getting really fit, getting really strong, you're feeling great. But if you've never played basketball before, basketball being real sex, even if you're really fit, you're in really good shape, you go to play basketball for the first time or the second time, you're going to suck at it. You won't even be able to dribble or make a basket. You got to practice basketball itself to get good at it, and that's like the rewire. Now these guys I'm talking about in this video, they don't have a significant other, they've been rebooting for a while, and they decide, well, maybe I should practice basketball, I should practice real sex before I actually get into a relationship in which it matters. Maybe I should go visit prostitutes, use prostitutes to help me rewire. And they ask me, Noah, is this a good idea? Should I go do this? And I say, no, no, you shouldn't. And I'm usually not so black and white on issues like this, but I cannot support using prostitutes. I just can't do it. Not at all. And think about it. Paying for sex, it's not just a transaction where you pay money, you get sex, you move on, done. I cannot imagine that it's like that, even though I've never done it before. These women, they're real people with real emotions and desires and backgrounds. As a customer, you won't know who this woman is. And sex, it's not just a physical act like scratching an itch. It's opening yourself emotionally and physically to somebody else. Do you want to open yourself up to someone you don't even know, who doesn't even want you, really? They just want your money? And a lot of these women are coerced into the business. They're under someone else's control. They don't really want to be there. They have rough histories. Do you want to take advantage of that situation for your own gain? Even if you do find a woman who's chosen this life for herself because she finds it empowering or she enjoys it, whatever, even if you do find a rare woman like this, still imagine going through the situation. Is that really how you want to rewire? I've never visited a prostitute, like I said, but I've been to a couple of strip clubs. The first time it was amateur night, my friends and I all went there and we stripped on stage. Just because it was fun. The second time it was a vegan strip club, and for those of you who don't know, I'm a vegan. So my friend and I went because there was a vegan brunch special at the strip club. They brought in a guest chef and it was the most delicious brunch I have ever had in my life. It was amazing. And there were some gorgeous women there. I got to talking to one in particular. She was really beautiful, she was intelligent, she was fun to talk to, she was someone that I would have wanted to get to know outside of a strip club in the real world. And I'm all about new experiences and not judging the water until I at least dip my toes in, so I decided to pay for a private dance, see what it was all about. And she was good, she was great at it and all, but I felt terrible about it afterwards. I was paying for physical affection and the attention of a woman. I was paying money for that. She wasn't there because she wanted to be. She wasn't with me because she wanted me. She was there because she wanted to make some money. And by paying for this, I was telling myself that I don't deserve these things freely given from a woman. I was telling myself that I gotta pay for these things to receive them. And I felt bad. I felt really bad. Is that what you want to tell yourself, that you're not beautiful enough in your own right to merit somebody wanting to be there with you? This rewire process. And what are we really trying to do here? Are we just trying to get our dicks back so we can have as much casual sex as we can with as many different women as we can? I'm sure for some guys it's about that, at least at the beginning. And for myself at the beginning, all I really wanted was to get my dick back so I could experience a healthy sexual relationship. But as time went on, it became about more than that. It became about reframing what my sexuality is. It became about mastering my sexuality rather than my sexuality being the master of me. I realized that our sexual drives exist to drive us toward women or toward partners, to connect with them not only physically but emotionally as well. What are we really avoiding by rewiring with prostitutes instead of with someone who actually cares about us? We're avoiding the chance to connect with someone with whom we've built trust and affection and love, companionship. We're avoiding the chance to be supported in this process by someone who actually wants to be with us because she desires us, because she thinks we're fun, because she wants to help us grow. We're avoiding the chance to rewire with someone who loves us. We're avoiding the chance to grow into our sexual maturity with someone with whom we can also grow into our loving maturity. It's starting to sound like by choosing the easy way out with prostitutes, we're cheating ourselves. That's really what it is, man. I can't help but think that using prostitutes to rewire is the coward's way out. Guys who are afraid to open up to a person with whom they're building a relationship, to open up and ask for help, allow themselves to be vulnerable, and share who they truly are and what they're truly going through, because they're afraid of rejection, they're afraid of opening themselves that way, so they decide just rewire with prostitutes and avoid the whole thing. And man, guys, don't do that. Take the risk of rewiring with someone who really cares about you. Take the risk of opening up and asking for help, because that risk, when it pays off, it can be the most beautiful experience of your life. Even if it doesn't work out, even if she decides that she doesn't want to be with you now, what does that really tell you? That she didn't really care that much about you in the first place, that she wasn't that invested in you, that she didn't want to be there for you and help support you. That's probably good to find that out sooner rather than later. And even when it does fail, you can feel proud of yourself. I didn't take the coward's way out. I opened up myself, I allowed myself to be vulnerable, I took the courageous route. I took that risk, and I don't regret it. So please, choose that path, guys. And you can do whatever the hell you want, right? But that's my advice. So, this has been Coach Church. If you'd like to get my help personally, I offer paid ways to do that over Skype, phone, email, on my website, addictedtointernetporn.com. You can also now get my book as a PDF for free there. Just subscribe to my newsletter. It'll get emailed to you. Other than that, I love you all. Be strong. Stay on the path. Coach Church out.